Welcome to the Admin app. This is a complete tutorial video for admins. Open the Admin app once you have installed it. Then you have to allow all the permissions for better functioning of the app. Then, click on Get Started. After that, it may probably ask you to enter your school code. In that case, enter your school code. If it doesn't ask your school code, then just directly log in using your username and password. After logging in, the app will look something like this. First of all, you have a well-defined dashboard in the front which tells you attendance of all teachers and students, all the information about fees collection and expenses of the school. This dashboard also includes a planner to plan your days. In short, this dashboard is a complete overview of your institutional activities. Now let's talk about these options on the top right corner of the app. The first one is the language changing option. The second one is the calendar, and here you can plan your day, week, or even the whole month. To add task, just click on this plus sign in front of the to-do list. Write the title of that task, and its date, and save it. Now you will instantly see a pending task over this check icon. You can tick that task whenever it's done. Then we have the chat option. Just click in this chat icon and here you can chat with anyone by adding his or her contact number. And the last icon is for you to see your own profile. Now let's come to the left side of the screen. Just click on this three-line icon and the complete menu bar will open. On the top, you have a search bar to search for any student in the school. Then you have an option to change the current session of the school. And below that, an option to get quick links to mainly used functions in the app. Now let's talk about all the features of this app one by one. The first module is the front office. Front office has all these features and the first one is admission inquiries. Here you can search and add all the inquiries, with their sources and follow-up dates. To search any inquiry, select two dates, the source, and the status from the Select Criteria section. Then click Search. You will see all the inquiries between those two dates with the source and status you selected. To add an inquiry, click on this Add button. Now fill all the necessary information in this box. Remember that the name, phone number, and the source of that inquiry is must to fill. After adding all the information, you can save it. That inquiry will be added to the list. Now you can take actions on these inquiries from here. Click on this phone icon to go for a follow-up. Here you can enter the follow-up date and next follow-up date. And you have to fill the response of that person. Then click on Save and the record will be saved. Similarly, you can edit those details by clicking on this edit icon. Just don't forget to save after editing those details. For your information, every list in this app will have these exporting options with a search bar above. So, feel free to use them whenever it is needed. The next option is Visitor Book. Here you can keep visitors' information. Write the name and purpose, why he or she came, and any other required data. You can also drag and drop any document file here, which is provided by the visitor. Finally, don't forget to save all the information. The visitor's information will be added to the list. In the visitors list, you can perform some actions. First, you can watch the details about them by clicking on this view icon. You can edit that information by clicking on this edit icon. And if you want to delete that visitor's information, click on this cross icon. The next option in the front office is the phone call log. Here you can save data of all the incoming and outgoing calls of the school with their information. To add a phone call log, write the name of the person you talked to, all the necessary information, and most importantly his or her number. After all, save the information, and the call log will be added to the list given below. You can view details of that call by clicking on this view icon. Similarly, you can edit those details by clicking on this edit icon. Just don't forget to save after editing those details. The next options are Postal Dispatch and Postal Receive options. In Postal Dispatch, you can register all the items dispatched from your school to students or anybody else. To register any dispatched item, you must fill the name of the person whom you are sending the item to. All other options like address, note, date of dispatch, etc., are optional for you to fill. After doing this, you can save all the information you entered. The item dispatch information will be added to the list given below. The Postal Receive option is exactly the same. This time the only thing that is changed is, you must fill who sent you the item in the From title box. The next option is Complain. Here you can register any complaints from parents, students, or staff members. To do that, you have to select the complaint type, source of that complaint that is submitted, and name of the person who complained. Other options like phone number, date, description, action taken for the complaint, etc., are optional for you to fill. Once you fill all the necessary information, you can save it. The complaint will be added below in the complaint list. Here you can perform similar actions like other modules, which are viewing details, and editing or deleting the complaint. Next, we will talk about how you can set up your front office so that you will be able to add more complaint types and other things. By selecting Set up Front Office, you can add more options for purpose, complaint types, sources, and references. For example, if you want to add more complaint types to the complaint section, all you have to do is to select the complaint types and write any type you want, like a complaint about school facilities. You can write something about the complaint type in the description box, but it is optional. Finally, save the type you added. Now you can see it in the complaint types list. Similarly, you can also add a source like any social media platform. And the process goes same for reference and purpose. So, that's how you can set up the whole front office as an admin. Next, we have a student information section. Here you have the following options. First one is student details. Here you can search information of any student. For that you have to select the class of that student and hit search button. You can also search directly by his section or name. After searching you will get a list of students of that class. You can shift this list view to the details view from here. Now you can get more information about these students. If you want to see their complete profile, click on their name. Here you can also edit their profile details by clicking on this edit icon. If you want to see the student's login details, click on this green key icon. And if you want to disable that student due to any unethical behavior, click on this disable icon. You can click on this 3 dots icon, and send the password to that student and his parents directly. The next option is student admission. Here you will see an admission form, which is like a normal admission form. If you want to add more details to this admission form, you can scroll down and click on this plus sign on the very bottom. You can also import student information directly by clicking on this Import Student button, on the top right corner of the screen. After that, you have to come to the bottom and select the class and section for the student. Here you have to upload a CSV file. You can download a sample import file from here. And, after filling all the information in it, upload that file here. The next option is online admission. Here you can manage any admission query, which has come from your website, and this website subdomain will be provided by us. You can check if the student is enrolled or not from this enrolled status column. If you want to enroll that student, click on this edit icon. Here edit any information you want, and then you can enroll that student. The next option is disabled students. Here you can search the students who are disabled due to any unethical behavior in school. You can search the students by their class, their section and name directly. After clicking on the search button, you can see a list of students of the class you searched for. Here you will see all the details about that student, and why he or she was disabled. You can watch the details about them by clicking on this view icon. Now if you want to enable that student again, you can click on this green enable icon. Now let's talk about the multi-class students. Here you can search the students who have enrolled in more than one course. This feature is mainly for colleges and institutions so that they can enroll a student in more than one course. Here you can remove a student from this list or update his information. Now let's talk about bulk delete. Here you can delete multiple students with their information. For that, just search the class and section. Then select the students you want to delete. After selecting them, click on this delete button given on the bottom right corner. And the students will be deleted from the school record. Now let's talk about student categories. Here you can add new casts for students. Just add a new cast and click on Save. That category will be saved in the list. The next option is Student House. Here you can add houses for the students with a description of the house. And lastly, we have Disable Reason. Here you can add more reasons for disabling a student from the school. And these reasons will be shown in the options next time when you will disable a student. That's how all the features work in the student information section. Now let's talk about fees collection features. The first option is Collect Fees. Here you can search for any class. You can also search by class section and any keyword like student name. After hitting the search button, you will get a list of students. If you want to collect the fees of any particular student, click on its Collect Fees option. Here you can see all the paid and unpaid fees of that student. To take an action, you have to click on this plus sign. Here you have to fill the date, amount, discount, fine, and also the mode of payment. You can also write something about the transaction, but that is optional. Finally, click on Collect Fees. Now, as you can see, the status of the fees is changed from unpaid to paid. Similarly, you can select multiple fee groups and collect them at the same time by clicking on the Collect Selected option. Choose the date and mode of payment, and click on Pay. As you can see, all fee is now paid. If you want to revert this action, you can click on this Revert icon and click the red Revert button. The fee group status will be changed from paid to unpaid. Similarly, you can print one fee group, or you can select multiple fee groups and click on this Print Selected option to print them all. Next is the Search Fees Payment. Here you can search any fees payment using its payment ID. Next is Search Due Fees. Here you can search all pending fees by choosing the fees group, class, and section. After selecting the criteria, click on the Search button. Then you will find the desired students. Now you can click on Add Fees option in front of their names. It will take you to the same Collect Fees page that we have discussed earlier. The next option is Fees Master. Here you can add all the different fees structures with their specific fees groups and types. To add a new fees master, select the fees group and fees type. You can fill the due date, but that is optional. After that, enter the amount of this fees master. Then select the fine type and percentage or amount of that fine. Or you can just let it stay on none. Finally, click on the Save button and it will be added in the fees master list. This Edit button will help you to edit these fees structures anytime. Don't forget to click on Save after editing it. Then we have this Assign button to assign the fees directly to students from here. Here you have to search the students by their class section on names. After that, you will get a list of students and now you can select any student or multiple students. After selecting the students, you have to click on this Save button and the fees will be assigned to all these students. Next option is Fees Group. Here you can add fees groups. After saving, you will be able to see these options in the Fees Master section. Similarly, you can add fees types in the Fees Type option, with the fees code. Next is Fees Discount. Here you can add fees discounts with their name, discount code, amount, and description. You can see that discount in the list below. You can assign any discount to any student by clicking on this assign icon. Now search the students using the criteria. After getting a list, you can select any number of students and click on Save. Next option is Fees Carry Forward. Here you can search fees that has been carried forward. In the Fees Reminder option, you can set how many days before or after the due date you want the reminder. Remember that to activate these reminders, you must check the active box here. Now let's talk about Income section. First one is Add Income. Here you can save any payment received in the school. For that, just select the income head, name of the person who paid, date and amount. Other options like invoice number and description are optional. After saving it, you can see it in the list below, where you will be able to edit and delete them. Next option is Search Income. Here you can search income by time duration in the Select Type option or search directly by income. After clicking Search, you will see a list of income with grand total. Next option is Income Head. And here you can add more income heads, so that next time you will have more options while adding income. Next module is Expenses. It is mostly same as the income feature. The only difference is, now you can save all the expenses that are done for school facilities and equipments. Next section is Attendance. Here you will see 3 more options. First, click on the Student Attendance option. Here you can search the student attendance by their class, section, or the date. Now you can change their attendance type or mark the day as a holiday. And you can also add a note with them, if you want. Finally, you can save the attendance. The next option is Attendance by Date, which is mostly the same as the previous one. Here you will just see the attendance once they are submitted. The next one is the Approve Leave option. Here you can search the list of approved leaves by the class and section. Then you can click on this tick icon to approve it. You can also add leaves to the list by clicking on this Add button and enter all the necessary information like class, section, student, etc. You can also write the reason and attach a file, but that is optional. Then you can save it, and it will be added to the list. And you can search these added leaves whenever you want. This is it for part 1. In the next video we will talk about other features. Thanks for watching.